Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my tutorial for today. I hope you all are doing great. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your likes and comments. I really appreciate you guys. Please, if you are new to this channel and you're here to subscribe, kindly touch on the subscribe button to subscribe, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to be notified whenever I upload new video. In today's tutorial, we are going to be making a shift dress that has a sliding shoulder, and I will make use of this Ankara fabric. This Ankara fabric should be 4 years, so I will cut out what I will be using. First, I'll fold my fabric into two and still fold it again, making it into 4. As you can see, my fabric is folded into 4. The shoulder measurement I'm working with is together with the sleeve, and that is what I use to fold this out. And how to get your shoulder measurement together with sleeve measurement. From your desired length of sleeve, you run your tape across to the other side, and the shoulder that I'm working with, that's together with sleeve measurement, is 32 inches divided by 2. Divide by 2 will give us 16 inches. But before that, I will mark out where my measurement will start from. So this is where I will start my measurement from. I will take shoulder measurement together with sleeve measurement, 16 inches. I will add ½ inch for turn up, making it 16.5 inches. So still place my tape like this. I will take shoulder measurement 8 inches. That's divide by 2. 16 inches divided by 2 will give us 8 inches. I'll still mark 3 inches for shoulder slope. So where I marked shoulder measurement, I will go down by 1 inch. At this sleeve measurement side, I will go down by 1.5 inches. So I will connect from these 3 inches that I marked for shoulder slope to this 1 inch down to this 1.5 inches. So I will place my ruler like this. This is it. I will mark out shoulder to bust measurement 12 inches. Shoulder to half length 16 inches. From half length to hip line 9 inches. Shoulder to gown length 39 inches. Here is 39 inches. So I will add 1.5 inches for folding allowance. So I will mark this out. Mark out hip line measurement. half length measurement, that's shoulder to waist measurement. Shoulder to bust measurement. So this is it, shoulder to bust measurement, shoulder to half length measurement, that's shoulder to waist measurement, shoulder to hip line measurement, gown length, and folding allowance. From where I marked 1.5 inches, I will take armhole measurement divide by 2. 18 inches divided by 2 will give us 9 inches. So this is armhole measurement. Okay, I will take my bust measurements, divide by 4. I will divide bust measurement by 4, waist measurement by 4, and hip measurement by 4. And this measurement I added is to them before dividing it by 4. So the bust that I'm working with is 42.5 divided by 4 will give us 10.6. Here is 10.6. I'll add seam allowance 2 inches. And this is depend on what you want. You can choose to add 2 inches, 1 inch, or 3 inches. It depends on how free you want your gown to be. Waist measurement is 36.5. Divide by 4 will give us 9.1. Now add seam allowance 2 inches. Hip measurement is 45.5. Divide by 4 will give us 11.3. Also add ease. Also add seam allowance. So from this bust measurement, I'm going to connect from this sleeve measurement. Like this. Down to waist measurement. So for this sleeve measurement, curve it to bust measurement. From bust, mark it down to waist measurement and to hip measurement. So this is it. At this hemline, it depends on how wide you want this place to be. Mine, I'm going to add 2 inches to my hip measurement. That's 11.3. This is 11.3. I'll add 2 inches to it, together with seam allowance. So I will mark this. Down to hemline. This is it. I hope you're seeing the chalk. So I will go ahead and cut this out. Don't forget to notch folding allowance. Sorry, I did mention it earlier. This gown will not have zip allowance. So what I'm cutting here now is both front and the back side of this gown together. I'll open this place up. And also cut out shoulder slope. So you need to notch shoulder measurement and 3 inches for shoulder slope. So notch 3 inches for shoulder slope. And also notch shoulder measurement. So this is it. No zip allowance. And this is together with sleeve. So I will open it up like this. And this is where I notch for shoulder measurement. This is shoulder measurement. 3 inches for shoulder slope, 3 inches for shoulder slope, and shoulder measurement. For the neckline measurement, I'm going to make use of this 3 inches for shoulder slope. This is 3 inches for shoulder slope. This is 3 inches for shoulder slope. This is 3 inches for shoulder slope. Here is shoulder measurement. I'm going to make use of this 3 inches for the neckline. I'll mark out armhole, divide by 2. This is armhole measurement, divide by 2, giving us 9 inches. That's 18 inches divided by 2. It was 9 inches. And this is my bust measurement. Here is same allowance. So I'll connect this to this bust measurement. For the neckline, I'm going to make use of this 3 inches. So I'm going to place my tape, my ruler like this. So if you want to use more than 3 inches, you can still extend it to what you want. So mine, I will use this 3 inches. So I will place my ruler like this on top of this armhole measurement and together with this bust measurement. Slant it. So this is what I have. So I will cut this out. So this, if you don't want it to be straight like this, you can give yours a little curve. can curve it a little. This depends on what you want. So if you want it to be straight like this, you cut it out straight. If you want to curve it, you curve it out. And don't forget, this is only on one side of the shoulder. So I will cut this out. This is it. So one side of the sleeve is off. So I'll go ahead, cut out the lining that I'll be using for this. Line it before the next thing. This is it. I've finished lining them. The next thing now to do is to join the two shoulders. So I'll join the two shoulders, starting from here. Close it up before the sleeve turn up. So I've joined the two shoulders together. Now is to attach the turn up at this side of the sleeve. And I will make use of this piece. This is 4 inches. I will fold it into 2, making it 2 inches. So I'm going to stitch this. First, I will measure out the length of this sleeve. This is 17 inches. So I will cut out 17 inches from this piece. This is it. I will fold it into 2 like this. So I will stitch it. This is it. I've finished stitching it. So I'm going to attach this on one side of the sleeve. So I will stitch from the wrong side of this gown. I'll place this, stitch it, turn it like this and top stitch. So at the end it will be on top of the sleeve like this. So I'm going to stitch from the wrong side. I will stitch and top stitch it. It will fall over to this side. This is it. So I'll fold it up like this. Use my iron to give it a good press. This is it. So now I will close the two sides up using the body measurement divide by 2. So I'm going to divide bust measurement by 2, waist measurement by 2, and hip measurement by 2. I will take bust measurement, divide by 2. Waist measurement divided by 2. Hip measurement divided by 2. And it from bust to waist, hip, and to hemline. For this side of the sleeve, I will take round sleeve measurement, divide by 2. Then connect from round sleeve measurement to bust measurement down to waist measurement. To hip and to hemline. So I will go ahead and stitch this. This is it. I've stitched the 2 sides. So I will fold it into 2. Measure out shoulder. The shoulder that I'm working with is 16 inches divided by 2 will give us 8 inches. So I'm marking this on the slant part. I'm using circle sleeve for this side of the sleeve. So I need to get where I will start attaching my sleeve from. So this is shoulder measurement divided by 2 will give us 8 inches. So I'm going to make use of this 8 inches. Mark on both sides. For the sleeve, it will be a circle sleeve. So I will fold into 2. And fold it again, making it into 4. The way we cut our normal circle sleeve. This is it folded into 4. The sleeve, it will be a circle sleeve. So I'll make use of 4 inches as the radius because I will be attaching elastic to the sleeve. I'll measure out 4 inches here. Connect. The sleeve length I will make use of 8 inches. This 8 inches is together with folding allowance. Cut this out. open one side of the sleeve. So I will still cut out the lining for this. I've cut out the lining for the sleeve. So I'll go ahead and line this. So before I line the sleeve, I will measure out where I marked my 8 inches measurement. That's shoulder measurement. So I will measure this out. This is 8 inches on the sleeve. On the sleeve, starting from the side I open. I'll measure 8 inches here. That is 4 inches because the sleeve is folded into 2. I'll add folding allowance ½ inch, making it 4½. I will notch it. So when I'm turning the sleeve with lining, I will first of all turn the upside. So for this upper side, I'm going to still do the same thing. I'm going to still repeat the same thing I did on the down part of the sleeve here, starting from this notch area. So I stitch this place from this notch part to the side of the notch part, and also close up the hemline. So now I will turn it to the right side. This is the right side. So I'm going to still run another stitch. Let's say ½ inch where my elastic will pass. So this is where my elastic will pass. I stitch this place. I'm making use of this elastic, so I will pass it here, starting from this place to this place. So this is it. I will close these two sides up. So this is how I'm going to close these two sides up. The right side of the Ankara facing towards the right side of this. So I'm going to stitch this. I'm going to place this Ankara on each other. Stitch to this lining, still stitch it down to this side of the lining, and then close up the upside. So I've closed it up. So I'm going to place this on top of the gown, making sure that this stitch line is on top of this stitch line. I will stitch it down to where I marked onto this side.